Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abiola, and in today's video we'll be making this collar. Okay, I will just cut the chase and go straight into the video. You would need your collar gum, okay, and you would need the shirt to which you want to add the collar, and you would need your pattern paper. Okay, so yeah, the first thing you're going to do is to measure around the collar. Do not drag it, just measure around and note what you get. I got 15.8 and I divided that by 2 to get 7.9. You put your paper on fold, like this paper is on fold like this, so that you can get your full collar. So the first thing you are going to do is to take your tape and mark out that 7.9, like half of your collar. If it's not 7.9, mark whatever you get. Okay? After that, you go up by 1 inch from that point and mark it. And that's what I did. Then I took 1 inch at the center front area and I connected that using my meter rule. The next thing I did after connecting that is I went up by half an inch on the vertical line, this vertical line here. I went up by half an inch. Then on the horizontal line, I went in by 0.75 just to kind of form a slight curve. I used my curved ruler, but I later realized that using a free hand was better for me. So I went in with my free hand to just form that curve. And here is what I have. Just use your free hand. Then I went in by 1 inch. Okay? At that 1 inch point, I went up by 2.5 inches. Or how wide you want your collar to be. Then I connected that. Then on the center front area, I went up by 1.5 inches. Okay? Mark your 1.5 inches or how wide you want that part to be. Then I came out from that 2.5 inch point by 0.5 inches. Come out by 0.5 inch and connect from that 0.5 inch to that 1 inch point. Then use your curved ruler and connect it like this. Then cut it out using your scissors. Yep, so we have our collar and I will have our collar stand, and I'm going to label the two of them. So here is what I have, and I'm going to cut it out on the fabric. You cut out 2 pieces of each on the fabric whilst adding 0.5 inch allowance around it. So I just showed you guys a snippet of how I cut out my own, and here is what I have. Do not forget to add your 0.5 inch around it for stitching allowance. Then I went ahead to cut out the collar gum, this white thing you can see, without adding any allowance at all, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and take it out and gum it using my iron on the fabric. Okay, you know that the collar gum has a part that can gum onto a fabric. So all you need to do is take a close look and try to figure out that point. The next step is to fold this part that I'm folding. Fold the edge using your iron, but this fabric is thick, so it didn't fold. So I had to use my hemming gum to gum it in. If it were to be anchor, I think it would have been able to go to fold, but since it wasn't folding, I had to use my hemming gum to fold the edge of this part. It's just one of them you're folding, you're not folding the second one. We cut out 2 pieces, just 1 piece that you gummed it on. So you take the 2 collar and you stitch it the way I'm showing you, like this. Stitch it. So I'm done stitching it and I'm cutting out the excess allowance on it. So you go ahead and flip it over, trim out all the excess allowance and flip it over, then iron it. As you can see, our collar is coming to life gradually. So you just go ahead and try to iron it properly. Ironing makes your work very neat, so just try to iron it. And after that, you would take half of the collar. You notch half of the collar, and as you can see, I notched half of it. You take the other one, notch half of it as well. So I went ahead to notch half of this as well, after which you go ahead and also notch half of this one as well. Okay, so after that you would place it the way I'm placing it, like this, notch to notch, right sides facing each other like this, notch to notch. Then like this, notch to notch. Then you go ahead and stitch it around like this, the way I'm demonstrating. Stitch it around, and yeah, here's what I have when I was done stitching it. I cut out my excess allowance as always, because it just prevents that bulk at that point. Then I'll flip it over and iron it again. Then when I'm done, I would bring my shirt, okay, and I'm going to take half of the collar part and notch it as well, because that will aid the attachment, easy attachment. Here I will also take the midpoint of this one as well. Yeah, so I would just watch what I'm doing carefully. This is very easy. I will match the notch to the notch. This is not the folded part. This is the part we didn't fold. So that is the part you will sew round the collar first. And here's what I have when I was done. I've stitched it round. Then this is the last part, which is that folded part that we used our hemming gum to fold. You go ahead and stitch it down like that. Exactly how you see me doing. You can also go ahead and top stitch your collar when you are done. That is a very optional step, but that's something I like doing to my collar. So I'll go ahead and top stitch all those points when I'm done stitching out that part. And yeah, top stitch if you want. Like I said, it's optional. Then you stitch down the remaining parts. So guys, here is what I have when I was done. I top stitch round the collar after stitching that point. This point I'm showing right now. Then I went ahead to top stitch it round. So this is what I have. You can see the white thread lines to show the top stitch that I did. Yeah, so the next thing I'll do is just to iron properly, and ironing to form the crease that the collar usually gets. Yeah, and here's what I have when I was done. The tutorial on how I made this top is already up on the channel. If you want to see it, just click the link in the description box to get it. Thanks for watching.